Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Friday Live. Thank you so much for being here, and my apologies for starting just a little bit late today, but I do think it will have been worth it when I make the announcement as to why I started late. So I want to start off today by just welcoming everybody and wishing everybody a happy and healthy holiday, in case I forget to do that later. We have just some incredible things going on in our Internet Mastery community, and I'm just grateful and appreciative this holiday season of our entire team, of every one of you that are part of this amazing journey that we are on. So regardless of what holidays you celebrate, this is a holiday weekend, and obviously you want to enjoy yourself, have a good time, stay safe, and begin your planning on 2024. There is no doubt that 2023 has been an amazing year. And on next week's Facebook Live, it'll be the last one of 2023. We're going to do a little recap, and we'll talk about some goal setting and planning and things that we have on the horizon upcoming in 2024. But what I want you to start to think about what your goals are and what you want to achieve. We have so many new Internet Mastery community members that have joined us in the last several months that are just getting their feet wet and still don't know and understand the power of this amazing opportunity and this incredible community. And I want you to think about what you want, and I want you to think about why it matters to you. I want you to be specific in your goals for next year. Don't just write down a goal that says, hey, I want to make a lot of money. What does that mean, a lot of money? It means different things for different people. So I want you to be very specific in your goals. And one of the things I've learned in my life is that the issue that people have when they're setting goals is not that they set them too high. It's that they set them too low and they hit them. Goals need to be realistic and attainable. And at the same time, they need to make you stretch just a little bit. If you set a goal that is too high, then you're going to let yourself down and not be able to achieve it, even if you achieved an amazing goal. As we start to think about our New Year's resolutions and our objectives and what we want to achieve next year, I want to challenge you to set a goal that might be beyond your comfort zone. You might think it's out of reach. Now, again, if you're just starting or you've been with us for a little while and you've sold 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000, or heck, you haven't even sold anything yet, I wouldn't set a goal of $8 million next year, but I would set a goal of making your first sale, making your 100th sale, selling your first $1,000 in a day, surpassing the $100,000 sales mark on Amazon, and just begin to put those things in place. I have seen in the times I've been doing this that what you have done this year is not of comparison. I know that's hard to understand, but not of comparison as to what you'll achieve next year. I've seen people that in their first 3 months of selling on Amazon, let's call it from October to the end of the year, might sell $10,000 or $15,000, but then in their first full year exceed more than $100,000. I've seen people sell $500,000 in 8 months from zero, just starting in this business. And so the opportunities are unlimited. I want you to set your goals high. I want you to make them realistic, but I also want you to have to stretch for them. Now, how do we achieve some of these goals? Well, you have to make some commitments. The first commitment to make is that you're going to participate in the group coaching, this session that you're on right now. You know, these sessions between myself and our team are held 5 times a week. You don't have to watch them live. You might be watching this recording right now. Make a commitment, though, to participate. The more you stay connected, the more involved you are, the more you understand you're not in this alone and you're not in this by yourself, the more successful you will become. That's just by osmosis, right? Surrounding yourself with people who will elevate you and take you up to the next level. The second thing that I want to encourage you to do is to use the Prep Center. Now, if you are doing this business in the U.S. and you are doing it from home, I just want to encourage you to use the Prep Center. The Prep Center has gone through some incredible evolution in this last 12 months, and we're going to continue to evolve and streamline. Many of you might be aware that we are opening up a brand new Internet Mastery Global Headquarters on January 1st. We are tripling the size of the Prep Center for 2024 and beyond. So we're scaling up for future growth at the Prep Center. Now, we could handle everything we did in 2023 without an issue. We probably could have handled everything in 2024 in the same space that we had in 2023. But we're preparing for next level growth. We're preparing for our business to 10x. We're preparing to take it to the next level. And I just want you to understand that whatever you are doing at home, if you're doing any prep at all, you're taking away from time that you could be product sourcing. What makes the money in this business is not the prep work. What makes the money is the product sourcing. And if you want to scale your business, you will need more inventory and more good inventory. We'll address some of Amazon's latest updates on this policy in regards to inventory in next week's Facebook Live. But the more you utilize the Prep Center, the faster your business will grow. I want to say that again. The more you utilize the Prep Center, the faster your business will grow. You can only prep a certain amount of items in your house. And if you're going through the trouble of buying all the materials, keeping them in your house, and hiring part-time people to come into your house and help you do the prep, why aren't you using the Prep Center? So look, it's not my business. I can't tell you what to do. But if you want to scale, here's the fastest way to do it. You ready? Now, this is going to be Captain Obvious, but this is the fastest way to do it. Get more inventory. That's it. It's not rocket science. We use Spy Rivals, we figure out what's selling, and we buy more of it. That's how we do it. If you're selling 8 or 10 good, solid items every month, you double that, and then you triple that, and then you quadruple that. You just simply continue to increase the number of units you are sending to Amazon. Now, there will come a point in time where you can't do all that yourself. And I just want to remind you of what happens. So many of us do this business because we're looking for financial freedom. What does that mean to you? I don't know. To me, it means the ability to do what I want, when I want, where I want, with whom I want, as often as humanly possible. That's what financial freedom means to me. I'm not sure what it means to you, but I'll tell you what it doesn't mean to me. It doesn't mean that I started selling on Amazon so that I could quit my job, so that I could stay at home and have a full-time warehouse position where all I'm doing is stickering items all day. Yeah, I can do that without having to pay anyone, and I've got space, but is that a good use of my time? It certainly is not going to give me freedom. I'll tell you a quick story. When I first started selling on Amazon in 2014, there were 13 million Amazon Prime buyers. Today, there's 130 million. So when I started, FBA was not a really big deal. I didn't understand the power of it, and I didn't understand the potential of what it could do. So in 2014, and also let me just tell you that I came from the background of selling on eBay. Well, when you're selling on eBay, you prep everything. So here's what I did when I started my Amazon business. I lived in a really nice building, in a condo building in Marina del Rey in California. And I was on the second floor. So I rented, because I didn't want to drive anywhere, I rented a 2-bedroom apartment at $5,000 a month rent. I'm not exaggerating these numbers. $5,000 a month rent for the 2-bedroom apartment directly above where I lived. So my commute would be up the elevator, unless I was wearing my Fitbit and then needed to take the stairs because I needed extra steps for the day. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, up in this 2-bedroom apartment, we had shelves and we had, desks and printers and bubble wrap and tape and everything like that. We had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full-time people. And every order that came in, we would put it in a box, we would print the label, we would take it to the post office. This was FBM. We were shipping at one point between 200 and 300 orders a day. FBM. We were making multiple trips to the post office. We brought so many items to the post office that they gave us secret access behind the building so we could simply drop off our packages on the dock. The business was booming. This was 2014. We sold $1.8 million that year. First year selling on Amazon. Then in 2015, we made a strategic decision to switch from FBM to FBA. Now, there was no prep center back then. There was just me and my upstairs apartment and 5 full-time people. And what did they do now? Now, instead of sending the items to the post office, they prepped everything and took it to UPS. Actually, at that point, UPS was sending trucks on a daily basis, twice a day, to pick up all of our boxes. So we were preparing items and inventory all day. In 2015, our business grew from 1.8 million the previous year to 6 million in 2015. And that only difference, obviously we did a little bit more volume because our sales grew, right? 4 times the number of units were shipped, was all because we switched from FBM to FBA. And then there were about 24 or 25 million prime buyers. Today there's 130 million prime buyers. So the reality is that the majority of the money being made by the majority of the big sellers on Amazon are all doing FBA. Now, the way that they do their business is they have warehouses and they have employees, and that's why I'm telling you this story, because there's no way I could have done the business on my own in my condo. There's no way, besides the fact that I would have gone mental if I was 8, 10, 12 hours a day peeling and sticking and printing, and that's not a good use of my time. The good use of my time was negotiating with the wholesalers, buying the inventory, either retail or wholesale, figuring out what was selling. At that time, we were still in the early development of the early stages of Spy Rivals. It was not even close to what it is today. I think if you're just starting with us, it's hard to appreciate what this business and what we have added to this business has done for you as a community, from Spy Rivals and Spy Rivals X and Bolo Search and Bolo Deals and the Repricer and all of the AI that's coming and the Prep Center. All of this gives you the tools that we never had back in the day. And some of our students that are still with us from then can understand and relate to how different it was then and now. So as you're thinking about what you want to do in 2024 and you're thinking about, I don't know how much I can sell. If you focus on buying and sourcing inventory, you will sell far more than if you are also prepping your own items, no matter who you are, no matter where you are. You might have heard me tell this story before, but I have a guy come to my house every 2 weeks and wash my car. Now, I want you to understand something. I have a hose, I have a bucket, I have water, I have soap, I have a sponge, and I have a towel. And most importantly, I know how to wash my car. So why do I pay someone $50 to wash my car? It takes 90 minutes to wash my car. The reason I do that is very simple. Because in that 90 minutes, I can make $500 or $1,000 or more. And so it's not a good use of my time. We all have the same amount of time, 168 hours in a week. Some of you work 1 job, some of you work 2 jobs, some of you have kids, some of you have grandkids. Everybody has a lot of different things going on. The way that you scale this business is by doing the right things with your time. Not busy work. I'm not saying you're not busy. I'm saying change what you do with your time if you don't have the results in your life that you want to have. Now, I want to talk about 2 more things. The first thing that I want to do is just let everybody know how incredible this AI writing mastery event we held in Boca last week was. It was absolutely unbelievable. Now, I have a picture in my mind of everyone that was there. So if I'm sitting in the room right now, I could see Alex and I could see Nolina and I could see Christopher. And then I could see Elmira, and then I could see Henry and then I could see Claudia, and then I could see William. And then I could see Josh, and then I could see Helen, and Angelica actually was sitting next to Josh on the other side of his mom. And then I could see Karen and Dawn, although Dawn was sitting next to Helen. And then, of course, we had Susan, and then Mark, and then Morella, and then Najwa, and then Melissa. Now, it's possible that I missed somebody. If I did, that was as close to how my memory works as it will ever be. The older you get, the more you forget. Dan was there on Friday as well. But that event was incredible. Every one of you that was there made this event special. And folks, we're talking about 20 people that wrote a book on the first day. I mean, they literally wrote their book on the first day using AI technology. And then on the second day, they learned about the picture art and all the things associated with the cover of the book, the back of the book, how to publish it to Amazon KDP and print on demand. We learned about journals and coloring books and so many different ways to use AI. And then we finished the day by showing them the all-new Writer AI technology. For those of you that was there, let me tell you something. We've made about 2 years progress in the last week on novels. I've seen some of the data. It's not live yet, so you won't see it in your beta access, but you will soon. Oh my gosh, this is going to change everything. So I just wanted to thank you all for being there. If you missed it, I got nothing else to say. The next one is going to be in Boca. The next AI Writer Mastery is going to be in Boca right after our Miami event. And we only have one ticket left. So that event, by the way, in Boca and all of our future Writer AI events, they're going to take place at our world headquarters in Boca. So we are limited to the number of people we can have in the office just based on the size of the office. But I think along with learning all the cool things, we'll also have that ability to see the prep center, meet the team, and all that kind of good stuff that's going to come from being there. Last topic that I want to talk about here today is, and then we'll do Q&A, is the upcoming event in Miami. So a few things that I want to share with you about this event. Number one, the event is February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I think you know that by now. Our in-person ticket sales will close out at the end of this year. So there are 8 or 9 days left in the year. At the end of 2023, we will officially close the ticket sales for the Miami event in February. If you're not able to make it in person, you want to get a virtual ticket event a virtual ticket for the event. So let me tell you how this works. The in-person ticket is $399. The event is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of February in Miami. Currently, the virtual ticket is $299. And that ticket price will go up on the first of the year to $399 when we close out the ability to get an in-person ticket. We have a lot to do to prepare for the event. And it's going to have advanced training. It's going to have new product releases. It's going to have software updates. It is going to be incredible. I will tell you this. If you are serious about making 2024 your best financial year ever, then you need to be at this event, whether you're in person or virtual. Now, it will be better for you. Don't get me wrong. It will be better for you if you are in person. However, if you're not in person, it will be better for you to participate in the event than not participate at all. The event will be streamed live and recorded. So if you can't make it to the 3 days, it's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because you're out of town or you have work going on and you just want to get the virtual ticket, then you can watch the event at any time. It is going to be incredible. Now, let me give you kind of a big announcement. The reason I was late here today is because I had a meeting with the CEO of a company. I'm trying to negotiate to get the key person in that company as our guest speaker in Miami. And we're still in negotiations. I wanted to tell you who it is. I wanted to tell you it was signed and done today, but I'm not going to tell you that. What I can tell you, though, is that this particular person in their business sells a program. for $500. And what I negotiated with them, along with their speaker fee, is that everyone in attendance, I would buy that course because I think it's of value to all of us. I will buy that course for everyone who joins us either in person or virtually. It's a $500 program. And by the way, they're not giving me a discount. But if I can get that person to speak, which I'm pretty confident I can, and I'll know at the end of the day today if that's all set and done. But as long with that note, I just want to make sure you guys understand the commitment we're making to having everyone be there and get the best out of this event possible. There is nothing like coming together with all the people you see on the leaderboard and learning from them and sharing with them and getting through osmosis, right? Just feeling their conviction and their passion. And what that does for you is extraordinary. At the top of the leaderboard page in your Internet Mastery community is the link. It's always there. You click the link. You can either buy the in-person ticket or the virtual ticket. And there is not a lot of time left. We are, 5 weeks away from that, 6 weeks away from InternetMastery.live to kick off 2024. So many of you that were in San Diego with us last year at the kickoff event have literally had your best financial year ever selling on Amazon. And that event in January of last year kicked us off in a big way. So we have an upcoming calendar of amazing events in 2024, and we're super excited to have so many of you that are going to be part of it. But don't wait. Just get your tickets, lock them in, and be prepared. The event's going to be super special. So with that being said, I would like to open up the session to questions. I told you I'd keep today a little bit shorter because we started a little bit later. But I'm happy to take any questions that you have. Please post them here. And of course, if you're watching the recorded version, then you'll still be able to post your questions. But before I take the questions, and once again, super happy holidays to everybody. It's an amazing time of the year. Regardless of what holiday you celebrate, this is still a time of celebration. And next week, of course, we'll do our year-end recap and kick off the year 2024 in a big way. So let's take a look here and see what questions we have going on to you. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm looking here. Lots of you are commenting about how awesome the event was last week. It was awesome. It really was. I mean, I came away from it so fired up. And the comments that you all posted in Facebook afterwards were just incredible. I mean, Elmira was telling us that she sold 120 books in December, in the first 2 weeks of December, just from the things she learned at the first AI event. It's incredible. It really, the potential to add this additional stream of income into your business is amazing. All right, let's see if there are any questions. I appreciate everybody wishing me a happy holidays, and wishing you all a happy holidays, and letting me know how awesome everything was. I just want to see if there's anything that I can answer for you. Will there be a workbook included for the February event virtually or in person? Yes and yes. If you attend in person, you'll get a workbook. And if you attend virtually, you'll get a link to download the workbook where you can print that workbook yourself. But yes, there will be a workbook. There's always a workbook in InternetMastery.live, so there will be a workbook for this event as well. Is 250K next year a low goal? I can't set your goal for you. I don't know. That's up to you. You have to do that. I don't know where you're at. I don't know how much you sold. I don't know what you're planning on doing. I don't know. You have to really think about what you want to do and then set a goal that you think is realistic and then blow through it. So I can't set that. I'd love to do that for you, but I can't set that for you. So let's see. The Boca event, the Miami event, is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then the Writer AI event at the home office is going to be on the 6th and the 7th. So that's a separate ticket. If you need to get a ticket, there's literally one ticket left. We could hold, I think, 12 people in the office. 11 of them or 10 of them or something are taken. So just FYI there. Can you bring another person to the Miami event? So if you are an Inner Circle member, if you're not an Inner Circle member, then you don't know what that is, and you're not one. But if you're an Inner Circle member, you can bring a guest with you at no charge. That's one of the benefits of being an Inner Circle member. If you are not an Inner Circle member, then you'd have to pay in advance, or we won't have space for that person. So you have to go to the site and buy a ticket. By the way, speaking of Inner Circle members, how y'all feeling about crypto today? I told you. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but we're in the moment now of a run. We just are. And so it's very, very exciting to see what's happening in the world of crypto. So can I attend One Day AI on the 7th? Mimi, it is a 2-day event. It's 3, 4, and 5. And then the Boca event, the Writer AI event, is on the 6th and the 7th. So it's a 2-day event, 6 and 7 in Boca. And you can certainly attend. You just have to buy a ticket. You have to buy a ticket. So if you want to attend, then you can do that. Crypto is, look, I love Amazon. I do love me some Amazon. But you've all heard me say that from 2017 until people who don't know me, they're like, oh, you must make a lot of money in this Amazon business. We do okay. Our own Amazon business is blowing up right now. So that's always exciting. And the Internet Mastery community is a good business. It's not really as profitable as everyone thinks it is, but it's fun. It keeps me busy. It keeps me out of trouble. We get to change a bunch of lives. But my biggest stream of incomes from 2017 until now was in Bitcoin. I just love Bitcoin. So I love some Bitcoin. All right, let's see what any other questions. All right, let's see. I'm going to give you like 3 more minutes, okay? And if you have any questions, please post them. Is anything I can share with you, please post them. We get so many questions in the chat on Facebook all week long. Question about this, question about that, question about the other thing. And then I do this live and there's like 2 questions. I don't know. People are afraid to ask me a question. I don't know what it is. But let's see if there's any questions that you all have. By the way, one of the things that I think you should be focusing in on is so if you've looked at the calendar, okay, after the event in Miami, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, our next in-person event, we're doing something we've never done before. We're holding a 1-day shortened version of our 2.5-day event in Las Vegas on March 9th. And you could buy tickets for that as well. It's $199. It's a 1-day event. The reason we picked March 9th is because the ASD trade show is March 10, 11, 12, 13. And a lot of you are going to start positioning yourself to look at getting into wholesale. And so we thought, if you're going to be going to Vegas anyway, let's do an event. Let's get you all together. Let's have a good time. And then as an Inner Circle member, we're going to take you on a trade show walkthrough. That's included, obviously. And that would be on the 10th. So we want to do as many of these community events. Remember, in May, we're going to be in Toronto. Then we're going to be back in Las Vegas in August. We'll probably do another premium live event, Vacation, in the 4th quarter of next year. So the more we know that, look, here's what we know. The more we can interact with you in person, the more money you're going to make. That's just the way it works, okay? I mean, it's extraordinary. When you have an opportunity, look, I really got a chance to get to know Susan and Mark Lees at this event more than I have at any other event we've had so far. Everybody in Boca was incredible, but just to be able to hear their story and learn about their backgrounds and how they got started. And these are 2 of the most technologically challenged people you'll ever meet in your entire life. And along with that, 2 of the nicest human beings on the planet. And here you have people that had never sold on Amazon and were truly coachable, following the system, following the process. First sale, middle of October 2022, $190,000. And by the way, if you're watching Susan and Mark, Thank you for that awesome video. Mark, I posted it on a bunch of different places. And when I filmed the video with Mark, it was Friday afternoon, and he said he was at 188,000. And just so you know, Mark, when I made the video, I didn't get the screenshot till Saturday morning, and you were at almost 191,000. It kind of messed up my video a little bit, but congratulations on your sales. 190, certainly before the end of this year, over $200,000 in virtually his first year. Now, I can't put a price tag on what it takes to increase your business, to sit around the table from someone like that and just ask him questions. To ask Julie questions, who sold over $3 million on Amazon. And everybody there is incredible. And so to be able to learn from them and pick up the ideas, look, I can't make you come to the event, but it is the more events you can get to and figure that out, the better. Even if they have to be virtually, it's still better than not participating. So let's see. Miss Marcy Wethington is she keeps congratulating everyone. If you've not met Marcy yet in person, oh my God, you have no idea. You talk about a spitfire, ball of enthusiasm. I mean, this young lady, this Marcy, you'll all meet her someday, okay? She just passed $100,000 on Amazon. She started in May. I mean, I love when people give me all the reasons why it doesn't work and why they're not going to make any money and this and that, that doesn't work and the prep, come on. 100,000 in your first 5, 6, 7 months? Marcy, if Marcy doesn't do, okay, I'm just going to say it, okay? If Marcy doesn't hit $1 million next year, she should retire. That's my prediction for Marcy. If Marcy doesn't hit $1 million next year, Marcy is going to retire. Okay, Marcy, there you go. That's it, Marcy. That's your goal. $1 million or retire. I got nothing else to add. All right, everyone. Hey, listen, thank you so much for being here. And I just want to wish you a happy and healthy holiday season. Let's make 2024 incredible. And don't miss next Friday, as we're going to have some really cool year in review. We're going to do some giveaways. A few of you are going to win some cool things you don't even know about yet. And it's going to be an amazing wrap up for what was a banner year for Internet Mastery in 2023, preparing for an unbelievable, incredible goal. What we want to do, we want to set the theme for February 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Miami to 10x your business. That's what we want to do. We want to take your business and we want to 10x it. So wherever you're at, just think 10x to that business. That's going to be the goal. That's going to be the objective. And that's all I got. That's all I want to say. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Have an awesome weekend. Have a happy holiday. I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. See ya.